What's up, friends? Welcome back. Another episode, Sammy and Marissa's husbands. Um, Something a little different about this episode is that the energy is actually up. We got a
High
special
energy.
guest. Special guest, you just heard a sneak peek, and it is Michael Jenks himself.
Two sticks. It's me again. Hey,
You're becoming a regular.
yeah, I would say, yeah. I
It's
mean,
much appreciated.
I just when somebody's got to step up, I seem to be the one to come through. Since
You're
your co-host is what is he even doing? You never told me what he's doing.
so I don't really know what he's doing. Um, he had to go to the funeral yesterday, rip.
Yeah.
Today he had something. I think maybe his aunt and uncle were in town. I'm not sure. Something that sounds about right though.
So they had a 24-hour itinerary.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I think just
They just
nonstop.
not a day full of activities, and he couldn't pull himself away for an hour. I get it. I've been there before. I get it.
Yeah, you know him. He's an on the go kind of guy.
Yeah, he is,
But
man. But
but
no, that's
the agenda for today, we're going to talk some lives of recent. We're going to talk some current events, random questions, Pat's peeves, Mike's likes. I think to jump this sucker off, what's been going on?
no nothing. I work. I started a new position 2 Mondays ago, and the whole process, corporate America is just a clusterfuck of incompetence and just people in positions that have no business being there. 2 entire weeks of me being in this new position, I've done absolutely nothing. So I've literally just been going to the office and hanging out, playing ping pong. I've taken a hot girl walk every day. I've been going to the gym on my lunch break for an hour and a half. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the only thing new.
Okay. So not new job, just new position.
Yeah, same company, new position. I went from being basically a do boy, somebody's bitch, to now being one step up the ladder. I'm now I now have my own book of business, so I no longer am doing grunt work, which you know pros and cons.
I feel you. Do you think your lack of, I guess, tasks is your boss's fault, or is it like the company, the way that it's organized is fault?
No, so I wouldn't say I would say neither. Um, I just went through the training process of like onboarding 6 months ago. So now I started this new position. If I was a new hire, I would have gone through the same training process that I did 6 months ago. I would have done it again. But I told them like, hey, I don't want to do that. That's a waste of time. So they said, okay. And instead of wasting my time going through those modules and going through those e-learnings, I've just been wasting my time doing things that I want to do, which is ping pong and walks and things like that.
That's valid. So I guess you've established yourself as the ping pong champ.
I, Now, look, I know we all like to boast and talk highly of our skills. However, undeniably, I am the best ping pong player in that office and maybe in Central Florida.
And in Central Florida is crazy.
No,
Um,
I'm kidding. I get beat on a weekly basis. I'm definitely not the best in Central Florida, but in the office, no doubt.
so you're playing like competitive ping pong.
Yes. Yeah, I'm playing probably like 3 to 4 times a week. Um, the place I go to, full of Asians. Well, Vietnamese more specifically. Is that Asian? That's Asian.
That's Asian. That's definitely
That's
Asian.
Asia. That's Asia. Yeah, yeah. Vietnamese specifically. Couple of whites, but mainly Asian, and they are good at ping pong.
Yeah. So is that the reason for the weight loss? Is just to get elite at ping pong?
No, no. The reason for the weight loss is because I was tired of being a fat fuck. Ping
I
pong.
didn't. I
Go
didn't
ahead.
know if you were training up, you know.
No, no, no. I'm not training to be, Forrest Gump or anything. I use ping pong as cardio. So
Honestly, yeah.
I'll throw my jacket on. I'll put some sweatpants on. I'll go there. I'll play for like 3, 4 hours, and I'll leave drenched, and that'll be my cardio. Um, and then I'll just do my lifting and then play ping pong. Because
I
cardio
th-
to me, I can't do what you do and go outside and run for 2 hours, and to me that's just mind-numbingly boring.
Valid.
Yeah.
You ever thought about pickleball?
No, because I play tennis like a man. So
I
pickleball's
think
fun.
what's different between tennis and pickleball, like I like tennis better. I just think there's less go out and play opportunities in tennis
Oh,
than there is in pickleball.
oh, 100%. I can't find anyone to play tennis with, but I can go to 20 different spots and play pickleball 5 days a week.
Right. I
You know?
think it's a pretty cool like pickup culture, like almost like pickup basketball. There's just random people there just straight up playing pickleball.
Yeah, yeah. No, the ping pong place I go to, there's 10 ping pong places, 10 ping pong tables in the back, and then the entirety of the warehouse is just uh, pickleball courts. So there's probably close to 10 pickleball courts, like full size pickleball courts inside that warehouse.
That's awesome. We have a place pretty similar down the road from us, and it's like a indoor pickleball thing, and you have to pay like a monthly membership or something. But with the weather here, like you can't really do shit outside on the weekends consistently. Like, sure, today it was 60 degrees and beautiful, but tomorrow it could be like freezing and windy and snowing, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So I think it's
No,
really
yeah.
cool. I mean, to have like a hobby that you can go to and like it be exercise while you're also enjoying it is something that a lot of people can't say that they do.
Yeah, it's super fun. And plus with things like that, like pickleball, ping pong, tennis, I mean, I'm just thinking of racket sports,
Yeah.
but not only is it physically stimulating, it's also mentally stimulating because you got to, think about the shots that you're hitting, how they hit it, how you're going to return it. Um, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like
super
it's strategy and it's
strategy.
like
Yeah.
fast paced. Like you got to be able to like think about, okay, I just hit it to this corner. They're probably going to return here, and then I'm going to probably have to hit a backhand or whatever it may be. So it's pretty cool. I think, you know, in today's society, most people's hobbies are sitting on the couch watching Netflix.
A lot. I'd say a lot. Yeah.
I mean,
Video
don't,
games,
yeah, yeah.
Netflix.
It's bad. We live in a weird world. I don't like it. People
It's,
just need to get
it's,
outside. They need to touch some grass, absorb some vitamin D. It would heal all their problems.
yeah, but they don't want to hear that.
I, they don't have to want to hear it. They're gonna
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, they're going to hear it. They're not going to listen.
Valid.
And that's evident in your co-host. Man's hard headed as fuck.
Yeah, and I want to challenge. I want to send a challenge. So this is what I think the third challenge I've
No, I'm about to
given.
say another one, another challenge. All right.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep challenging until he eventually gets a win. Um, and this challenge is a little more simple, and there's no money involved, and it's 2 laps around the neighborhood a day.
Wasn't he
I
already
think
doing that?
I think he talked about the idea of doing it. I don't think it ever happened.
Yeah, he was doing what was you guys did a bit, not a bit, but like a segment. It was unnegotiables or like 5 things that you do every day or something like that. Does that ring
Yes,
a bell?
not it was non-negotiables, and it was what we're gonna do every day, non-negotiable. And I do believe that was one of his non-negotiables. And I don't know if he knows the definition of non-negotiable
It,
or not.
it seems it was extremely negotiable.
So that's the
Yeah.
challenge. I think. I mean, what's that gonna take him? 15 minutes to do 2 laps?
Around his neighborhood,
Yeah, not even really.
10 minutes, max, if he's going slow.
Yeah, I mean, get home from work, shower, get out of your fish clothes, whatever it may be. Put the baby in a stroller and walk 2 laps.
That's
I think it's
fair.
doable. I think that's the
Now,
challenge.
I do want to give him some credit. I think something has clicked mentally. He's being more cognizant of his diet. He's meal prepping. He's cooking chicken and vegetables and rice. It seems like he's eating better. But then I get these snaps from like Drew or Wes, and he's drinking an iced latte and eating the donut. So I don't know. I don't know who to believe.
Yeah, I think he's trying. I think he's
He
putting
is
a little bit of effort into like the meal prep and being a little conscious about what he's trying to eat. I think his biggest problem is dinner, to be honest.
because he's not planning.
Yeah, I mean, failing to plan, planning to fail.
And I can say this for myself as well as him. If I'm left to my own devices, I'll eat Oreos and ice cream for dinner.
Yeah, if you don't have like, if I'm not coming home and we have a designated, all right, it's Tuesday. We are having fucking this on Tuesday. I'm gonna eat something like shit.
Yeah, I'm ordering a pizza in house in that thing. I'm taking it to the dome.
Yeah, there is one thing about ordering a pizza. You don't just eat a couple slices of pizza. That's not how that works.
Oh my
Um,
god.
but yeah, so that's the challenge for Tyler. I'll talk a little bit about my life of recent. We had a short week at work this week. I know you love to hear that.
Go fuck yourself. Okay.
President's Day, so I got Friday and Monday off.
Nice.
We went snowboarding on Friday, so Sam took the day off. We drove up to Keystone, snowboarded all morning, which was really fun. Kind of a Pat's peeve to start it off. I get to the top of the mountain, we ride the gondola up, like top of the mountain, blah blah blah. Strap into my board, my binding breaks before the very first run.
Oh,
So that was super annoying, but it was only my toe strap. So on the binding, you put your boot in, you have an ankle strap and a toe strap, and the ankle strap is the most important. Toe strap just gives you a little bit more security in there. So I was able to kind of like do the whole day, but I was just had to kind of take it a little easy, which is fine because when me and Sam go, truthfully, it's kind of like cruising on a longboard anyway. We're just like cruising down the mountain, and it was
yeah.
perfect weather. It was like freaking 35 degrees and sunny, which is perfect on the mountain.
On the mountain. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, because you got warm clothes on,
Yeah, yeah.
etc. And you're like doing an activity, so you're sweating a little bit. It was nice. So we didn't go super long when we were out there. We snowboarded like half the day, and then we hopped around to a couple little restaurants. Got a couple beers, got some chicken tenders from this place called Downstairs at Eric's. And I will say, top five chicken tender I think I've ever had.
Well, you sent a snap about that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was freaking good.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was because I was like a couple beers in and I was starving,
I'm sure that had something to do with it. A little saucy, a little hungry.
but yeah, we're sitting there, I'm hungry, and they bring us this plated chicken tenders, and the cup of buffalo sauce that I got was bigger than the cups of water I drink in the morning. It was huge of buffalo sauce. So that was good. Highly recommend. It's a pretty cool place. It has like a obviously a restaurant. It's like a sports bar vibe to it, and then it has an arcade down there too. So it has like you know all the arcade games that you can think of, the skee ball, etc. So you guys would have taken some L's if you were there with me, and it would have been unfortunate for you. But
Who's you guys? Not
I
me.
mean,
You ain't talking about me.
you say that you don't know how I am on the sticks.
You're only good at like three things, and those three things are unimportant. You can run, whoop-de-doo. What can you? You can deactivate bombs. How often does that come in handy? I don't fucking know. What else? What else? What else is there? That's all I'm aware of.
What am I not good at is a better question.
How much time do you have? Well, that might we should probably put that in the comments. That'll get people comment.
Yeah,
What is Trey
give me
bad at?
comments. What
What
am
is
I
Trey
bad
bad
at? I mean, nothing comes to mind.
at? Oh yeah. All righty. All right. Well, the people are going to tell us. Don't you worry about that.
Probably um sensitivity.
Okay. Yeah. You're
I'm a
not an
little
empath.
insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah.
That's it, huh? Short list. That's
Or
it.
let's get in the comments. Let us know what I'm bad at. But after that, so we came home Friday, just chill. We were exhausted. The day trips are long, and then I played a little pickup Saturday morning, which was good. Really trying to make Saturday mornings like an active rest day,
Mm.
like not like going to the gym and working out or going on a run, but I'm doing something like either going on a hike with Sam, snowboarding, playing pickup basketball, whatever it may be. So that's been good so far. I really enjoy playing pickup here. We got a good group of people that are like always there at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. So if you
Yeah.
want to come out, play a little pickup, we got a good group. And then after Saturday morning, so it was Valentine's Day. So me and Sam, we went to a movie. The first time I've been to the movies in years, probably. We saw the movie Send Help.
That sounds
Um,
super familiar, but I can't picture it.
it's it was what was it about? So what's her name? The girl from the Notebook, Rachel McAdams.
Oh yeah, when she was on an island. They're
Yeah,
on an
so they
island.
like
Got it.
I'll give you a kind of synopsis, but
I,
she's
I know
like
I know what it is. I mean, actually, give the synopsis. I'm sorry for the pod. Give the pod. Yeah, go
for
ahead.
the listener.
Yeah.
So she works in an office and she's kind of trying to work her way up. She gets a new boss who's kind of a dick, and she wants this promotion. He's not giving it to her. And then they get stranded on an island. And then like roles reverse because she's the survivalist and he's some like pretty boy that's had everything handed to him in his whole life. So he's lost in the sauce out there. And now she ends up being the boss, etc. Um, it was okay. I mean, I wouldn't watch it again probably, but I really didn't like the way it ended.
Okay.
I don't know if
Ended.
you're planning on seeing it or not. I just would have done it a little different, but that's just me.
All right. Spoiler alert. So if you plan on seeing the movie, fast forward a couple minutes. But how did it end?
Okay, spoiler alert. How did it end? Um, Essentially, the island part was very drawn out. Like they're on this island, and then 2 weeks goes by, 3 weeks goes by, etc. She's had multiple opportunities to get them saved, but she likes it out there because she like wants to be on the show Survivor or whatever. So she hasn't flagged down the boats. And then essentially, um, she ends up killing him out there, and it just ends very abruptly. She ends up killing
Uh,
him out there, and then she comes home and like tells her story of like how she's this survivalist person and lives happily ever after. I don't know. It was just like they're on the island, and then all of a sudden she kills him, and then the movie's over. It's almost like they ran out of time, and they
huh.
just rushed to end it a little bit.
How did she kill him? She slit his throat.
Well, he ended up finding out that his fiance was coming to look for them, and then she pushed the fiance off a cliff. Um,
So she's a
he
cold-blooded murderer.
she's a murderer, yeah, and he ends up finding out he like chases her through the woods or whatever, and then she ends up, you know, finding this mansion that's out there that she knew was there the whole time. Apparently, he follows her into the mansion. A lot of things happen. Long story short, she ends up bashing his head in with a golf club.
Okay.
It was
So
interesting.
she's kind of the not hero, but she's kind of the main character slash villain of the story because she seems like she's the bad person.
Yeah, like it starts with him being the villain because
The
he's
yeah,
like
the
the
bad person.
shitty
Yeah.
boss. Yeah, shitty boss, blah blah blah. And then she's the hero because she saves him on this island. Like he breaks his leg and she takes care of him and like makes food. She's catching fish and he doesn't know how to do any of that. She's starting fires. And then she turns into the villain because she's like not getting them rescued while he's like laid up on the beach and then ends up killing him and lives happily ever after. So it's kind of like this little flip. And I see what they were trying to do. Me personally just didn't love the ending.
Yeah. Well, she should
Uh,
she should go to prison because she's a
yeah,
murderer.
she's a murderer. Yeah, she killed like three people. Yeah. Um, But yeah, so that was cool. Cool little Valentine's Day. We came home, we made pizzas. So Valentine's Day tradition, me and Sam always make pizza. So instead of going out and spending a bunch of money, we go buy some pizza dough and we make heart-shaped pizzas. Very romantic, I know. Um, So that was fun. I think this is probably like our sixth year doing it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then this morning, walk the dogs, grocery store, and now podcast. Getting ready to do some laundry. Fun stuff.
That sounds like a hell of a weekend. Sounds nice.
Honestly, we had a good weekend. The Friday, being off Friday was pretty cool because a lot of times we'll go snowboarding on Saturday and then we'll come back smoked Saturday night. And I'll wake up and all of a sudden it's Sunday and we haven't done anything around the
Yeah.
house and I got all this shit to do on Sunday and it's Sunday scaries are real when we do that.
Yeah, it's
But
nice to
this
have that
week,
extra day.
100% and 2 extra days now because Monday I'm off too.
You piss me off. That's
Yeah.
so annoying. That's so
With
annoying.
one perk is in the army we get one 4 day weekend a month.
Damn, that's sweet.
It is pretty sweet. Um, so looking forward to that. But yeah, so that's kind of lives of recent. Let's jump into some current events. So some things that have been going on. We had the Super Bowl last weekend. I
Yeah.
think nobody's really surprised by the result. I was surprised that the Seahawks couldn't really. I thought they probably should have dominated the Patriots the way they played. I mean, they blew out the Patriots essentially, and I don't even think they scored a touchdown.
I wouldn't say nobody's surprised. Didn't you bet the Pats?
No, I bet the Pats because I wanted to root for the Pats. I
Okay,
put like
okay.
$5 on the Pats covering the spread essentially. I'm not surprised that the Seahawks won. They're the better team top to bottom. I really
T to
like
B.
Drake May. I like Vrabel. And I kind of like the Patriots underdog story. So I just wanted to be able to root for them essentially.
I got you.
But the Seahawks were good. I mean, they are. When the Patriots, when they scored in the fourth quarter with that long touchdown pass from Drake May, I was like, okay, maybe it's not over. And then he threw an interception. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it did give hope. I even when they scored that touchdown, I kind of raised my eyes a little bit. Like it could happen, but it was just luck. They got dominated. T to B, top to bottom. They couldn't keep up. Um, and I don't even know if the Seahawks are the best team in the league. I wouldn't say. I think that if fuck, what's his name? Denver quarterback
Knicks,
Nix. If Bo Nix doesn't break his ankle,
I agree.
I I like Broncos versus Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I'd take the Broncos.
Yeah, that would have been a much better game, I think. Because I mean, shit, Broncos gave the Patriots a hard time with backup quarterback, and their backup quarterback didn't really play great or bad necessarily,
Yeah.
but I mean, he was a backup. What can you really expect? He's no Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Um, one thing that I noticed about the Super Bowl, so commercials. Usually commercials are a big hit. I didn't really love commercials. I don't know.
I can't think of anything that I caught my attention. I don't remember any commercials from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I remember one that I thought was pretty funny, and it was the Owen Wilson one. I don't know if you saw that one, where
No, I didn't see that one.
he's trying to learn Spanish. So he's like this whole commercial, he's trying to learn Spanish, and I think it's like a Rosetta Stone commercial or some shit like that. And he's terrible at it the whole commercial. He's trying to learn blah blah blah, and then it cuts to like him being a commentator for the World Cup or something like that for soccer, and he's like fluent in Spanish and going at it, and he's like go, but that one was kind of funny, but other than that, nothing really stuck out. I did think
Which
the national anthem was elite.
I didn't even hear it. I didn't watch it.
What I think Charlie, I don't know how to say his last name, Puth, maybe Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
Well, he killed the national anthem. There was a sick flyover, blah blah blah. We're not going to get too much into the halftime show because I don't think this is the right platform for that.
Why not?
I mean, we can talk about it if you like. Um, fuck it, we'll talk about it. Why not? Um,
Why do you have
so
some unregulated and unfiltered opinions of it?
Not really. I think my opinion is probably similar to a lot of people's, but I think people are taking things the wrong way. Obviously, there was. I didn't like the whole Turning Point USA separate halftime show. Didn't love that. Whatever. If people wanted to watch that, don't really care. But obviously Bad Bunny sings in Spanish.
Yeah.
I I don't understand Spanish.
Okay.
So I thought the choreograph or choreography and like there was a lot of energy, which was cool, but I didn't understand the music, so I didn't necessarily like it. And I feel like if anybody says they didn't like the halftime show, they're getting called out as racist.
Well, yeah, you're a racist and a bigot and an anti-Hispanic, white supremacist.
Apparently. But that's my thing. I should be able to have an opinion on if I liked or didn't like the halftime show.
Well, I mean, it's fair because in Puerto Rico, I'm sure a lot of their televised events are in English. I'm sure it's not Spanish. You know,
Yeah,
that's sarcasm. I don't think they have any fucking main televised events in English. It's all Spanish, just like the Super Bowl should have been in English. So
yeah. I
like
mean,
in China, they don't speak Portuguese in their version of the Super Bowl. How many people are in America? 300 and well, including or not including all the people that came here illegally, maybe 400 million, 450 million,
it's a lot.
350 million, 350 million on the census. But how many people speak Spanish out of that 350, 400 million? 50, 60, 70 million? 25%. And then you
I
narrow
don't know.
that down. How many people that watch NFL speak Spanish? Probably a lot lower.
Probably a lot less. Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't necessarily love the halftime show, and that's okay.
Well,
I think you're allowed to not like the halftime show.
have you seen the videos of them translating his lyrics and like having them sing it for him while he's doing it? Have you seen those on Instagram?
I've seen some of them, and it's like something about I got one girlfriend. My auntie
Yeah.
said something, yeah, it's funny.
Well, those are the lyrics. That's
Yeah,
actually what he's saying. I have a lot of girlfriends. My aunt asked me, I'm taking them all to the VIP. I have a lot of girlfriends. Like that's the song.
yeah. Which I mean, like to be fair, there's been other people in halftime shows that like when 50 Cent performed, probably not the
That he
most.
probably sang Candy Shop.
Yeah, I don't know if he's saying Candy Shop, which that'd have been a lot. That'd have been a lot. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's the halftime show is not going to please everyone.
Yeah. I mean, but who do you try to please? Do you try to please 10% of your audience or 90?
In theory, you would try and please 90.
Yeah.
I see
But
what
we're
they're
we're
doing though.
stupid.
They're trying to grow the global audience. That's what Goodell is trying to do. And
So
he probably got a lot of people to tune in because of Bad Bunny that
what
wouldn't
is it
have
going to
tuned.
be next? Gangnam Style? Are they going to have some Chinese performer singing in?
They
Well,
might.
maybe they do. I don't know.
Gangnam Style would have went crazy.
I would have enjoyed Gangnam Style. That would have been fun.
That would have went crazy. Um, but changing the topic still in the Super Bowl a little bit. New kickoff format. You know
I
what I'm
don't
talking
hate it.
about?
I don't. Well, explain it to me because maybe I don't. Talking about the
Well,
one that they had all year long, the kickoff
yeah,
format.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. New
Yeah,
kickoff format that they've had all year long. And I get it. They're trying to like minimize the high speed
injury.
collisions.
Yeah,
But I think part of the reason is because every time they do a kickoff, the kicker would just kick it 10 feet out of the end zone and we would have no more kickoff returns. So they change it up a little bit. It's incentivized the return. Um, but I haven't really seen any. I think one of the most exciting things in football is the kickoff return for a touchdown.
yeah, yeah. I would agree.
And I haven't really seen a lot of that this year. I don't know if I'm wrong or missed a lot, but I don't know. I don't remember one.
I definitely I can't really recall. Obviously, there were some, but
Yeah,
I like it in the sense of it requires skill
yeah,
from the kicker. Because you can't kick it short because if it doesn't land in the landing zone, then they we put them on what the 35 to 40. You give
right.
them good field position, but also if you kick it in the right spot, maybe you tackle them and then put them at the 15 instead of the 25. So I like it that there's a little more strategy and skill required instead of just kicking the fuck out of the ball and putting them at the 25 or the 30 every drive.
Yeah, 100%. I do like that it incentivizes the return and makes another aspect that the kicker has to be good at. So I do like that. But I selfishly like seeing a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I. It's fun.
And I think part of the reason is because like people you kick the ball off and like players get up like legitimately to top speed. And they ended up running past their lane of responsibility or whatever, which ends up allowing the returner to bust a kickoff return for a touchdown. And excuse me, one thing I was thinking about when I was writing the notes is, we haven't seen a kickoff return for a touchdown to the scale we used to, and it brought back how elite Devin Hester was.
Oh my God. The punt return God.
Yeah. And then like just ended up watching a little bit of Devin Hester's kickoff return highlights, and that dude was an absolute weapon every time he
Yeah.
touched the football.
Yeah. He played in what, the early 2000s?
I think definitely, early to mid 2000s and then into the 2010s. I remember, didn't he I think when the Bears played the Colts in the Super Bowl, I don't
He did have a touchdown.
like opening kickoff return for a touchdown. I think that definitely happened, and I don't remember what year that was, but
So he played 2006 to 2016. So middle to late 2000s, middle to late tens. Um, the only reason I bring that up is 2006. I was 11 years old. Wasn't
yeah.
really watching football. Probably didn't start watching football until I turned what, yeah, 15, 16, 17. So I don't know the year, but I missed a lot of his career. So
Yeah.
I don't remember, where I can't recall, seeing strategy of them kicking the ball away from him or taking him out of the game. But I do know that they talk about how they would not kick him the ball ever. No one. They kick the ball out of bounds before they would kick the ball to Devin Hester.
Yeah, I mean, think about how much of an advantage that is. Like you got a punt returner back there, and they're so afraid to kick it to him that they can't pin you deep, you
Yeah,
know?
they can't. They have to kick it out of bounds, and you get an extra what, 10, 15 yards.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, literally every time he caught the ball, he was a threat. Like nobody could tackle him. Nobody could tackle her, dude. So I don't know. I just thought about that and I was like, man, Devin Hester was an absolute problem.
He was a problem.
And I mean, there's definitely people like that in the league, but I just don't think it's to the same scale.
Yeah, I mean Tyreek Hill would be the last one I could think of, but he wasn't a returner. But I'm just saying somebody that could at any moment have an explosive play. Like anytime he touches the ball, he could go 99 yards. That's the last person I could think of.
Yeah, I mean, when he was on the Chiefs, I mean, he was a threat every single time he touched the ball. I think one problem with the kick and punt game today is like the superstar receivers, they don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, I don't blame him either, would I?
No, I don't blame him either, but it used to be like I remember for the Panthers, like Steve Smith used to catch all the punt returns.
Hmm.
And he was the guy. Like he'd go get a punt return and then he'd potentially take it back for a touchdown and then he'd go play offense. But then when he got to be big, like he was superstar Steve Smith, he stopped doing it. Well, I mean, I get it. There's way more risk to injury, etc.
Yeah.
But he's not making his money off punt returns. He's making his money playing offense. Um, but yeah, that's kind of all I got on Super Bowl. Any other thoughts before we close out this segment, jump to a new one?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I wasn't I didn't really get hyped up for the Super Bowl. Really didn't even watch it. I watched um probably two quarters worth. It wasn't consecutive, but I just watched enough football to equal two quarters. I would say the highlight of the Super Bowl for me was winning $500 off of the squares. That was
Oh,
pretty nice. Me likey.
500 is a lot.
Five hundo, 500. And the
Yeah.
best part about it is I completely forgot. I wasn't even watching the Super Bowl. Completely forgot the squares that I purchased squares, and then I got a random text from Tyler saying something along the lines of "You won 500 bucks." So it's pretty sweet.
You're on a little bit of a heater right now.
I can't lose. All I do is win, and it ain't ever stopping. And I can't wait to get the thou from fantasy basketball.
Yeah, that's gonna come up here in a few minutes. We'll talk about
Yeah.
some fantasy basketball. But but that would be wild. That I think I don't know if you win fantasy basketball, I don't think I'm playing anymore.
Oh, stop it! Don't let my success take away from your fun. You can
It's
be second.
obviously
There's nothing wrong with second place for you.
it's obviously rigged at that point if you win fantasy basketball again. Uh, all right, but let's take a break and then let's hop into part two.
All right.
Welcome back, friends. Another segment. No commercial. We're lacking creativity. Um, Jumping back into current events. Let's talk some All-Star weekend, some basketball. So obviously it's messed up the fantasy basketball window a little bit,
Yeah.
um, which is always pretty hard,
Annoying.
especially the last little bit of All-Star weekend. Everybody sits out the last couple games, and it's pretty frustrating. But All-Star weekend, so obviously you got the celebrity All-Star game, you got the three-point shootout, the Rising Stars, dunk
Hmm.
contest, All-Star game. Um, All-Star weekend used to be must see TV, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I
Used
just
to be.
yeah, I just haven't been interested. The last few years it's turned me off a little bit to All-Star weekend.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I haven't watched any of it. I'll probably turn on the what is it? All-Star game is at 5 today?
It's something like that. And they've
Yeah.
changed up the format. It's like a round robin. They have the three different types of teams. It's like the old heads, the world team, and then like the young bucks or something like that.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I haven't watched any of the three-point shootout, dunk contest, celebrity game. I'll turn on the All-Star game just to watch it. I don't think it's going to be good basketball. I think it's going to be absolutely no defense, probably a lot of three-point step back shots. I'm guessing. I don't know, but are you aware of who the sports broadcaster is? He's a white dude, or not? He's not white. He's Jewish, but his name's like Nick.
Uh,
He's got the long hair. He's got the really big nose.
yes, yes,
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He had a take, which he's not the first one to have this take, but I think he's the first mainstream broadcaster to have this take. You get a whites versus blacks All-Star game, you're getting record views.
Yeah, I mean,
You're breaking whatever broadcast attendance record is in place right now. You're breaking it because that's must see TV.
yeah, I mean, I would tune in. I would.
Oh, come on now.
I would
You
tune
you
in.
do
I
more.
would.
You would do more than tune in. All right. If you get whites versus blacks, and now obviously there'd have to be some type of split when it comes to players like Stephen Curry or you know because he can't be on the black, he can't be on the white team. He's got to I don't know. You have to
I
split them
mean,
somehow.
I think we go on that one is like, do you got the pass?
But that's ridiculous.
Is it?
So you're like a 1800 slave master. It's you apply the one drop rule. If you're 1% black, you're on the black team. If your
I mean, it's
blood is
valid.
is if your blood is impure at all, Trey considers you black. You're no longer a white. Is that what you're
Impure
saying?
is a crazy statement.
You said it, not me.
No, you said it. I think
You
if
were
you
thinking
got
it.
the pass, I think if you got the pass, you're on the black team.
Does Stephen Curry have the pass? I've
I
never heard him
I'd
say
say
it.
I don't think he probably says it tons. Truthfully, I think whatever. I'm not allowed to have tons of opinion on the word. So it's irrelevant what I think about it anyway. But I think if you got the pass, you can play on the black team, or if you feel like, you associate with the white team, you can play on the white team, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. regardless, um, we got all the Eastern Europeans. We got Joker. We got Luca, Austin Reeves, um, Josh Giddey. We got Laurie Markkinen. I mean, look, for the first time in the history of the NBA, white team stacked.
You got to. I think it's been a long time since we would have had a competitive
A
white
viable
team.
chance, a
Yeah.
competitive game. Yeah. You can't do that with the NFL. You put a whites versus blacks in the NFL, whites are getting dominated
What?
105 to 4 to 3.
Well, I don't know because you heard Will Compton and Taylor Lewin talk about the whites versus blacks team.
I recall, I don't remember the substance, but I remember I saw the video.
You should look into the video a little bit and hear what they talk about because they make some good points about we got the O line.
Oh, we got the O line, and we might even have the D line. If you look at it, you know, apples to apples across the line, we might have the D line.
We got the interior D line. I don't think we necessarily have the edge rushers.
You got T.J. Watt. You got who's the White Raider?
Oh, Max Crosby. Yeah.
You got Max Crosby on one side, T.J. Watt on the other. I
See,
mean, and
Max
who's the
Crosby might
interior?
have Max Crosby might have the pass though.
He's got the pass, but who's the interior? I can't think of one white interior D lineman.
Maybe I'm flipping it. Maybe I'm getting it wrong, man. Maybe it's the interior that we don't have. Um, but obviously we don't have the DBs.
We DB no. Well, we got. I mean, we got the Eagle. What's his name?
We got Cooper DeJean.
We got Mr. DeJean. He's
And
gonna
then
hold it
they have
down.
the Eagles have a safety that's also a white dude. I can't remember.
Blankenship.
Yeah. But I mean, let's be real. Like they're not making the Pro Bowl. I mean, they could make the Pro Bowl, I guess, but you know,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
So
We don't have that top tier.
we don't. We look. We don't have the speed. Let's call a spade a spade. We don't got the speed at the cornerback position.
Yeah. I think, running back, we got McCaffrey,
Stud.
who's arguably the best running back in the league. Quarterbacks, I mean, Josh Allen. That's who
Yeah,
you're that's who we're throwing in there, right? It's gotta be Josh Allen.
I would say yeah.
And then we got offensive line. I think we take that. We have some receivers. We're not gonna have the deep threats, but we're running mesh concepts all day.
We're possession. We're possession based offense. We're not going to bust the cap off the top. We're not going to go for an 80-yard bomb. We're going to dink and dunk you to death. We're going to
We
run
are.
slants. We're going to run screens.
We
Drag
might have to put
routes.
McCaffrey on defense.
Yeah, yeah.
He might go play free safety.
But no,
Um,
but the NBA All Star game, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't been, but I would absolutely tune in. They need to do something. They need to bring some type of excitement somehow.
I think step one is to fix Saturday night. So Saturday night is the 3-point contest, the dunk contest. And I got a couple thoughts. I think for one, the 3-point contest should move to the end where it is the main event of the night. It should be
Yeah.
the prime time because that's the most exciting thing right now is a 3-point shootout. I think they got that. I think we got big names that compete in it for one, like Dame Lillard won his third 3-point contest or 3-point shootout. So I think the big names compete. I think Cat always competes. I like that the big guys get in there. The
Well,
skills challenge.
there's no risk for injury, which is why nobody competes in the dunk contest. Nobody wants to get hurt. For
Right.
three, yeah,
Yeah, dunk contest. I think they should make it. The only way you compete is if you're an all-star.
that's fair. But what incentivizes them to compete? There's no like if I'm an all star, I don't want to compete in the fucking dunk contest.
Yes, I agree with you. But if it's just competing against the other all-stars, I think there are some like first-time all-stars, the younger guys that are going to have a little bit of chip on their shoulders. They might not play tons in the game. They're going to go out there and they're going to try and make a name for themselves. And I think we got to lower the standards for like the crazy dunks, like the whole like bringing somebody out, jumping over them, doing some weird like professional dunker dunks. I think we reward more tight, like If your head's at the rim, that's like a score validation point. If you dunk
Uh,
it hard, like that's a score validation point. Because I think what happens is they're trying to do all these crazy things. We end up getting tons of missed dunks. It turns all the fans off. Like I don't want to see somebody miss 6 attempts. You know what I mean? I want to see
yeah,
somebody get their head at the rim and throw down like a really hard windmill.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Now,
Like
I this will never happen, but I think it would be really cool to have somebody contesting dunks, like somebody underneath the rim. You go try to dunk, and they're trying to block it. That'll
that'd
never
be
ever
cool.
happen, but
Almost like you get your boys out on the outdoor hoop that lowers down to 8 foot.
100%. We used to do that shit all the time, and it was fun as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. I can't believe none of us got hurt. Well, we did. We do that all the time. I think that would be, I would watch, I'd tune in just to see LeBron in 2010 just absolutely demolish somebody.
But there has to be some type of reward, some type of incentive. You know, if you have to raise the purse to $5 million, the winner of the dunk contest makes $5 million. I guarantee you, people are gonna fucking sign up.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think if we had the big names out there, the people that are competing in the All-Star contest and like I don't know. I think it would be more fun if it was just a little bit more relaxed of a like you got 5 people out there at a time. That's round one. And they all get like one dunk attempt and then that person moves on to the next round, whoever had the best one. And it's not some like super creative thing. It's just like who throws down the sickest between the legs dunk. Or maybe it's like a match thing, like we almost play horse with dunks or something like that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would like that.
I don't know. They got to fix it because it's hard to watch. Honestly, it's hard to watch. And then you got like last night, Jackson Hayes, the 7 footer for the Lakers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He went out there his first dunk. I mean, he did the right thing, and when like the first dunk, you just throw something down in your first attempt so that you get a decent score, and then your second attempt you can do something a little wild. But like he literally started at like half court. Like we were all thinking he was going to take off from the free throw line or something like that, and he just throws down a regular one-handed dunk. And then Dwight Howard gave him a freaking 47.
Why? Like, what was it from a long distance? Was it?
No, he took off from like inside the dotted line.
Oh wow.
Like it wasn't for a 7 footer, especially. It was nothing specific, nothing exciting. And then Wes's boy Dwight, freaking 47.
Yeah, Dwight's done a lot of questionable things, so I that's par for the course for him.
That's very valid. Okay, let's move on from All-Star Weekend. Let's talk some fantasy basketball. So, you say that you're gonna win fantasy basketball, but I've noticed that you're on a 4 game losing streak.
Yeah, now I am on a 4 game losing streak. However, I'm dealing with some injuries.
Yep.
Um, you know, it is what it is. All of my players are scheduled to come back after the All-Star break, which just so happens to be right before the playoffs. Gives them enough time to get past their minutes restriction, get warmed up again. I got Kyrie Irving coming back, which stud. He's going to be a nice little boost to the team. I got DeJounte Murray coming back. He's going to be a nice little boost to the team. So I am on a 4 game losing streak. However, once everybody comes back, you guys are in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, I'm looking at your team right now, and you got a lot of O's
A
next to
lot of
people's
O's,
names. I
lots of
think
O's. Yeah.
I think you got 7 total outs, including a suspension from Miles Bridges.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that guy.
Um, but I mean, you get all those people back healthy. I mean, you're gonna be a solid top to bottom. But if you fuck around and lose the Pirtles Poopers this week, you're looking good. You're up 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Luckily for me, I'm already locked into the playoffs.
are you?
I can't. Yeah, I am 100%. Yeah, I already have the X next to my name for clinched playoffs.
Okay.
So even if I lose every week
You're
before the
still in.
playoffs, I'm in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It
That's
looks
that's
like,
what happens when you start off 7-0.
yeah, that's
You got a
valid.
little you got a little wiggle room, you know.
You do. You do. It looks like Drew and Phil are gonna lock in the two top seeds, I think.
Maybe, maybe. What's Drew is
They're
losing
both
to Ed.
12. Yeah, they're
They're
both
both
12
12
and
and
4
4.
right now.
Drew's losing to Ed. You're beating Phil.
Yeah.
So I mean, we both still have a realistic chance of. Now we need things to happen,
Yeah.
but we both can still get the bye, which would be nice.
Yeah, because next week, what do games start on Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Pretty much everybody's gonna have a full slate Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is gonna be the difference makers for the week. It just depends. Me and Phil's gonna be a toss up, to be honest. It is nice that everybody should come back those next week, essentially. So I'm
Yeah,
optimistic. If I could win this one over Phil, then I got a fighting chance to get into one of those top seeds. And truthfully, I probably need it. I think coming off my last season where I finished last, if I could lock in a top seed, that would be a hell of a turnaround.
it would, but it, it's not going to help you. You lock in the one seed, you're safe for what? One more week.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
that's yeah,
that's it.
one more.
That's the idea. But just one more week of hope,
Yeah,
aka more disappointment
yeah.
when
If
you
if
inevitably lose.
if I didn't tie with you that week, I'd be 11-5 right now, which would help me significantly. And you have
Yeah,
another loss under your belt. I still
yeah. It
can't
would have.
believe we tied.
That was, and I remember that night vividly because you were up by 1 point,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
BS.
one of your guys missed a shot, and we tied. It, Now, look, I know you guys make jokes and you have your fun, but to me, that's almost divine intervention. That's God reaching down and putting his hands into the mix and letting you know what his plans are.
Yeah, maybe it's a little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah. Well, if last year proves anything,
I will tell you that not much would make me happier than to beat you in playoffs.
let's take a look at the bracket and see if that's possible. So, right now, we could see each other in the finals.
We
We're on
could.
opposite sides of the bracket.
If it stays the way it is right now, we could see each other. I think Drew's team is pretty freaking good. Um, so I mean, but with fantasy basketball, anything can happen. Like people can
Anything could
get
happen.
hurt. It really, and you can have just a bad schedule, to be honest. Like there will be times where I think Drew was talking about it last time we were on a podcast, like he was playing you and Giannis had like two games in the beginning of the week and then he didn't play again for the whole rest of the week. So like
Yeah,
things
you get
just
schedule
work out.
fucked. Getting schedule fucked is a real thing.
You do get schedule fucked. And that's one of the things I don't like about fantasy basketball compared to fantasy football is because you don't typically have those schedule fucks later in the season in fantasy football.
Yeah. Well, every player plays once a week.
Right.
So unless your guy gets hurt or something. And also, I want to go back to a comment that you made saying Drew has a good team. Look at obviously he's 12-4, right? He's won. He's got a first round bye if he continues to win. I don't see it, man. I don't know how he's 12-4. I'm looking at his team right now. He's got Donovan Mitchell, and that's it.
Yeah, he picked up Tatum,
He did pick up Tatum.
which now it says his projected return is March 4th, which before it was like April something.
Yeah, but even if he does come back March 4th, he's going to be on such a tight minutes restriction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe he plays. I don't know, but yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how Drew's 12-4, and I say that not in a shit talking way, just in an objective, like trying to talk it out type of way. I don't understand.
He doesn't have the
He doesn't
top
have the
tier.
star power. He doesn't have the
He
star
does
power.
Yeah, he doesn't have the star power, but everybody on his team is like a 15 plus
Yeah.
score.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, but let's hop into some random questions. I have a few, and then Tyler also sent me some.
Oh, he did send them to you.
He did send them to me. He didn't send them to me in audio form. He was going to send me a
Oh.
voice recording so we could have a little taste of big energy tea. Um, but I'll read his first. How about that? Um, how much money do you think you found in couch cushions in your life?
Oh, fuck. Probably not much. Me
Yeah,
personally, I mean, over under 50 bucks, under, like not much.
yeah, easily under $50. I'd say probably under 25. I don't think I've ever found tons of money in the couch cushions. And then he has a second part to this question is how much money in the world do you think is in couch cushions?
Mm. Um, let's put it into a percentage. 100% of the money in the world, probably 0.0001% is in a couch, maybe less, 0.0001% are in couch cushions.
Yeah. I mean,
It,
you got to
not a
think
lot.
there's probably $100 bill is probably sitting in, you know, a few people's couch cushions.
Yeah, but that's
It's a rare occurrence.
yeah, it's very rare. The most times you're gonna have a couple quarters.
Yeah. Quarter's really big. If I found a quarter in the couch cushion, I'd be like, oh, sick, I got a
I'd be
quarter.
pumped.
Yeah.
Now,
Penny would just piss me off.
now, when we talk money, are we including valuables like jewelry or
I mean, that's
strictly currency?
jewelry, I think throws a little bit of a wrinkle in it because I'd say there's probably, I'd say you're more likely to find an earring or a ring or something in a couch cushion than you are like a significant amount of money.
I agree.
But of that jewelry, is it like something that's really valuable?
Who knows?
No. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't. I'm gonna say 300,000 is probably in couch cushions around the world.
Well, yeah, around the world, there's a lot of couches in the world. So I
A
would
lot of
say
couches.
if I might say it's in the millions, but
Could be. Yeah,
just because there are billions of couches.
there's a lot of
So
couches.
even if there's $1 in each couch,
Yeah,
which obviously
that's valid.
is an overestimate, but let's say on average there's $1 in each couch. That's a couple billion.
That's valid. All right, moving on. His next question. How far do you think you could travel in a sewer before tapping out?
In a sewer.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I could think of he's probably just sitting in his bathroom too often and thinking about it as a sewer.
Now, is this a sewer where I'm walking?
I'm thinking yeah, almost like catacombs in France, like you're living
Uh,
down there.
yeah. I mean, at a certain point, the only two things that maybe three that can get you out of the sewer are the smell, which you'll probably become nose blind to at a certain point. Two, disease. So if you're walking through shit, just make sure you got some rain boots, and then maybe rats or some type of alligator.
Yeah, I mean, I think, this is a loaded question a little bit. Like, I'm not going to be in the sewers unless I have to be. And then
Well,
if
yeah,
I have to be in the sewer, then my tolerance for tapping out is probably going to be a little
is
higher
a
because
lot higher.
I
Yeah.
have nowhere else to go. So it's either die down here.
Well,
I don't know.
let's maybe transition it a little bit. $10 million on the line. You got to live in a sewer for a week. Can you do it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Maybe like what's the cutoff of how you no longer can live in a sewer for $10 million? Can you live in a sewer for a year for $10 million?
I mean, could I do it? I think so. Are we talking never leaving the sewer? Because I'm not eating shit.
Well, I mean, food provided, food provided, water provided, never leaving the sewer. Obviously you're not going to have some of your modern comforts,
I
but
mean, you can just use the bathroom wherever you want.
yeah, the perk, silver lining, you can shit wherever you want.
I think a year is a lot. I don't know if I could do a year. I think a month might be my tops.
That's your tap out point a month.
Maybe my tap out point is a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I'd say as long as I have a bed elevated out of shit, I'm not laying and sleeping in shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I might be able to do a year as long as man, then I guess am I alone? Because then solitary confinement for a year, you go crazy. You lose your mind.
You'd be nuts down there for a year, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd have to look into the medical effects of it, but yeah, a month. Yeah, a month. A month I could definitely do.
Yeah, okay. I think that's my consensus is a month. All right. Next random question from old T Baps is which winter Olympic sport would be your best? I think he means like if you had to dedicate your life to doing a winter Olympic sport, what do you think you'd be best at?
Well, I have to look up a list of Winter Olympic sports because I'm not familiar with all of them.
Well, a lot of them I think are, hockey, skiing, figure skating, bobsledding, curling. Um,
Yeah, curling, ice hockey, luge.
I don't even know what luge is.
Neither do I.
I think the most fun would be curling.
Yeah, I'm looking one a lot smaller of a list than I thought there would be. There's not that many winter sports
Yeah.
in the Olympics. But out of the 10 to 15 that there are, I would say curling is probably what I would go with.
I mean, think about, we go get drinks at a bar and there's a shuffleboard. Like we're all about some shuffleboard.
Yeah.
So I think curling would actually be a lot of fun. Um, I think like,
Oh, and by the way, luge is where they lay down on the thing and they go through the course and they're bobbing and they're weaving and they're you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, 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 yeah.
It's kind of like bobsled, but they're laying on their back.
Yeah, and it's like a single person.
It's a single person. Yeah. They also have double luge, which is just a man laying on top of another man doing the same thing that they do in singles.
That seems a little suspect if you ask me.
Google it. Google double luge and see the picture of it because that's all it is.
Double. How did the fuck you spell luge? Luge. Okay, it
L U
pops up.
G E L U G E.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah,
all it
they're
is.
they're pretty comfortable with each other. I'll tell you
They're
that.
intimate. It's a very intimate sport.
One of the questions associated, people also ask, is double luge real?
Oh, oh, it's real.
Um, I think like downhill skiing would be sick.
Yeah, it'd be
Like
fun.
those guys that just like get on a ski and they just see how fast they could go. That'd be cool.
Now let me clarify the question. Are you? Obviously, this is his question, but is this what sport we would have the most fun doing, and what would we want to be the best at, or what do we think that we could be the best at?
I think both probably. I think, like let's put some realism into this and like if you were set your target on dedicating your life to be a winter Olympian, what is your most realistic shot to get there? Say we're children at this point
Ah, okay.
and you know how tall you're going to be, etc. Like what's your best bet?
Well, I mean, now that's a different question because if I can go back and when I'm a child dedicate my life, obviously you're going to develop skills that you don't have now. So
Right.
it's really tough to answer. But I would say like if I was a kid and I was given a list of all the Olympic sports for Winter Olympic, I'd probably pick snowboarding just because
Yeah.
it's the coolest. If you
Yeah.
got the half pipe, I'd say that's what I would pick. But if I'm picking now, let's say I'm 31 years old and I have to be an Olympic athlete before I die, I'm picking curling.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's the no-brainer. Yeah. I think if I was an 11-year-old kid and it was like, I'm in China or something like that, and they're like, you have to be in a Winter Olympian. It's the only path of your life. Like, what are you gonna do? I think it's gonna be downhill skiing. I think that's what I would do. I think that takes like obviously years and years of practice, but it's fairly
Yeah.
simple. And I think if you just repetitively practice this, I think I'd be fine in this.
And it's not it doesn't require maybe it's not necessarily the dangerous of sports. It's not you're downhill skiing. Maybe you
Yeah,
fall, you can fall, but
you can definitely have some serious injuries, I'd say, like broken legs and ligament issues and stuff. But in terms
yeah.
of technical skills, I think it's probably on the lower end.
Yeah. No, I agree. Sorry, I'm putting the All-Star game on. It's already 5.
Oh yeah, true.
So
True,
just give me
true,
one
true.
second. Maybe we can live have a live broadcast, live commentary.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
High energy pod.
No, this is the highest of energy.
High energy health pod. Here we go. All right, they're doing the nat. Is that the Canadian? Yeah, it is. They're saying the fucking Canadian anthem. I hate these people so much.
Is it in Canada?
I don't believe so.
It's random.
So I mean, it is world versus U.S. So are they going to sing the Cambodian national anthem as well, or the Nigerian national anthem? Like where are they going to draw the line?
I mean, it's going to be a lot of anthems if that's the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. It's
I
the
mean,
stupidest thing.
yeah, yeah, I feel you.
I hate this shit.
All right, we'll go into our random questions now, and we'll just
All
do it.
right.
I'll go first, and then I'll ask one, you ask one. I do have one, two, three, four, I have five. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's they've been accumulating. A couple of them are specific to you, a couple of them are just randoms. But this one's a little specific to you, and it's what's the goal with the fitness journey right now? What's is there an end goal, or are you just trying to get as healthy as possible, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much just the goal. There is no finite end. There's no desired outcome. It's just how I spent the first 31 years of my life dirty bulking, being the fattest fuck I could possibly be. So now I've taken my body from one extreme and I'm trying to see what the other end of the extreme looks like. I'm just trying to get healthy,
Yeah.
you know? That's just all what it boils down to. I want to mortality has I guess clicked in my mind. You only have so much time on earth, and if I'm unhealthy, I'm going to die sooner.
Yeah,
So I
100%.
just want to enjoy more life, man. I just want to be healthy. I want to, and while I'm young, I want to be fucking jacked. I want to look good. I want to feel good. That's pretty much it.
Okay, I feel you. I didn't know if you had like a number, a target, like goal weight or like target body composition, or if you wanted to, I want to be, 190 and still lift this amount, or if you had like a thing that you were going for or not.
Well, so just based on the transformation so far, I would say realistically, I probably have to get down to I'm 189. I'm between 189 and 195. I probably have to get down to morning weight being like 175 and then bulk up with a more cleaner bulk. I got to lose this fucking belly. I still got a little belly fat. I still got some jiggle there. And the goal is to lose the belly and then bulk back up the right way to probably 190, 200 pounds.
Are you gonna, you think, end up like cycling this yearly? Like a lot of people in the winter time will do their bulk, gain that strength back, and then as spring approaches, cut down, like bikini season essentially.
For me, cutting is not a good time. I'm a fat boy at heart. Like I was
Yeah.
born to be fat.
Yeah.
So I can't go through this every year where I restrict myself to the point of being in a caloric deficit of 800 calories a day. I can't do it. Like it's miserable for me. So
It's
no,
tough.
I will not be cycling every year of my life. I will suffer now and then maintain.
Yeah.
And then if I, maybe maintain a little too much, I'll dial it back a little bit. But no, I will not be doing this for the rest of my life.
You ever thought about going to one of those what is it called? We call it a health and wellness center. We have it here on post and we get the service.
Yeah.
But like they essentially you go into these machines and stuff and they tell you your metabolic rate. So they like it gives you a lot of data in terms of what you actually burn just being alive. So
Mm.
like that way you can really set your maintenance calories at. So you're like, I burn this just living, like straight up just being awake and alive. I burn this much amount of calories a day. And then I work out on top of that, burning an average of this many calories a day. So for a week, I'm this, and then like it really helps you set your maintenance. Or if you want to gain a little weight, you know how much you have to eat. If you want to lose a little weight, you know exactly how much you have to eat to be in a certain caloric deficit or whatever. Um, I think you obviously already know how to be in a caloric deficit. Like you have a general sense of what you burn and what you need to do to lose a little weight. But like for someone like Tyler, for instance, he doesn't necessarily know what he burns every day. So he doesn't know how much he needs to be in a deficit.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have general. Now, obviously, everyone's different. Every human's a snowflake. There's nobody the same. Whatever, like that, whatever fucking bullshit you want to say. But there is a general calculation that you could find on the internet
Yeah.
of now it's not going to be specific to your body to a T, but it's going to be 95% accurate,
Okay.
and then you
Fair.
you can adjust if it's not working. So I mean, yes, I have now, but to answer your question, yes. Um, I don't know of anything around me, but I really haven't looked into it that much. I've definitely thought about it. One thing that I have heard about and done a little research on is Ways to Well, which is, um, I think it's based out of Texas, but it's a pretty famous guy. He's been on Joe Rogan a couple times. He runs a clinic that does that, but also takes your blood like biomarkers. He, looks at I don't know the terms, your whatever the fuck you want to say for health, your blood sugar levels, your vitamin deficiencies, things like that, whatever the case is. Um, it's like $1,500 plus travel to get all the tests done, which so it's not cheap, but might be, I don't know, might be worth it. I'm thinking about it.
I've seen stuff like that. I think I know who you're talking about. It's like he used to work for like an insurance company.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like he looks at your blood work and will like basically give you predictions on how long you're gonna live based off what is your current markers are and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then they give you, coaching on how to fix it. Hey, you need to take this, you need to do this, you need to, you're deficient in this, which is causing these problems. You
Yeah,
need stuff like that. Yeah.
I think that would be a lot of interesting data to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
It'd be super cool.
It would be super cool. I'm like I love the data. I love seeing how what I put in my body the day before like affects how well I sleep.
Yeah.
Like that's been pretty cool to me. Um, Especially seeing it like on my watch. So like I'll eat like shit. Like for instance, Saturday went to the movies. I had popcorn. I had some Sour Patch Kids. Kind of ate like crap all day, and like I slept bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird how it works like that. But all right, let's jump into another commercial break, and then we'll be back with part three.
Damn, that was quick.
I
Has it
know
already been? Jeez. All
time
right. Yeah.
flies.
All right.
Time flies when you're
Time
having
flies,
fun.
baby. All right. Bye bye. All right. Welcome back to the High Energy Health Pod.
High energy health, bro.
High energy health, baby.
Let's go. High energy health. If only we had high energy tea here to be talking in a sleepy voice, that would make my day.
No, he's busy with his fam, man. He's had a full fun day of. They're probably out doing activities. They're definitely not sitting around doing nothing. Probably talking on the couch, hanging out. He's
Oh
busy. He
yeah.
can't be on here. He can't be here.
He's probably at least 30,000 steps.
Much
All right,
now,
so
before we get into this, how much of the day do you think he spent doing nothing?
today,
Yeah, and I only ask that because, like, how much opportunity do you think he had to get on the pod? Do you think he could have done the pod at some point today?
yes, 100%.
Okay.
What I think his day looked like. Now I have no idea what he did. I know he said his aunt and uncle were in town and he was gonna go over to his aunt's house and they were gonna, do something. I think they probably went over there at 1 p.m. and I think this morning he probably did a whole lot of nothing. Um,
Okay, yeah.
I will say that I think Sunday is his day for him and Marissa to spend time together.
He did mention that, yeah.
So Sunday is tough for him. We've been trying to do the pod on Saturday. Saturday is my time with Sam that we try and spend time together. So it kind of caused a little bit of a friction in the pod, and that's why we've had to get more guests on of recent.
Crazy idea. Can't you
Yeah,
guys just sync up? Can't you guys sync up?
we're trying to sync up.
But I'm saying, why don't you switch your dates? I mean, why do you need to specifically have Saturday? You never fucking work. You got all the time in the world. Can't you do your day on Sunday?
I could do the day on Sunday, but like Saturday is the day that we like to go do things together. So like we like to be out and
Oh,
about, right? Because then we still have Sunday's the day of rest. It's the Lord's day.
that is true.
So like I enjoy my Sundays being able to like kind of recoup and get ready for the week. Now,
That's fair.
is that a want or a need? It's a want, you know. Um, but Tyler's schedule is a little weird because he's off on Mondays.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
he's working on Saturday. So like if he wants to do the pod on Saturday because it's almost like doing it on Friday night. Like it's the early part of the weekend, he gets it knocked out, then he has the rest of the weekend to spend with Marissa. And I get that. It makes sense. I try and knock it out on Saturdays when I can, but like Saturday a lot of times is me and Sam's like date night type deal. So like
yeah, yeah.
we're not gonna go like out to dinner or whatever. And then I come back at, 8 p.m. and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be MIA for 2 hours doing the pod.
Yeah,
Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But that's
yeah.
just,
You get no nookie that way. If you do that, you get no loving. So I get it.
right.
I
Exactly.
get it. Yeah.
So it is what it is. We'll sync up. We'll figure out something. If not, I mean, that's why we have friends. They jump on the pod and keep us rolling.
Yeah, I feel it, baby. All right. I was just curious. I didn't know what the
Yeah.
but
So I asked my question. So it is your time to shine.
it's my time to shine. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I was not sent the agenda, so I did not know that random questions was going to be a part of this podcast.
Well, true or false? True or false? You listen every week.
We'll see every week. False.
True or false? You listen most weeks.
True.
True or false? We always do random questions.
I might recall that segment being on the majority of the podcast. Yes.
Okay, fair. I just wanted the jury to know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, do you have if you don't have random questions, it's okay. I actually have a lot.
Yeah. No, you can take the lead on this segment. I don't really have anything of substance that I want to ask. I got no random cues.
Fair, fair. Now if something pops in, we'll roll with it. If not,
Yeah.
I got a few. So my second random question is about the sport of lacrosse.
Okay.
So obviously lacrosse has gotten big in the last probably 15 years, I'd say. Um,
Big. More.
I mean, relatively
Okay.
big, compared to what it was. Now, is that is this just like an American sport, or do we think other countries play lacrosse?
Oh, fuck, that is a good question. Yeah, I have no clue. I don't. Canada probably plays. Well, I believe it started off as an Indian sport, like a Native American sport.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm guessing that it's strictly an American sport, just because that was the homeland of the sport. I don't know. I've never seen any other country have a team, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about that randomly the other day. We were actually sitting, me and Sammy were actually after snowboarding, we were having the chicken tenders, the elite chicken tenders from Eric's downstairs or whatever. And this guy was, they seemed like they were on a date. Him and this girl were on a date, and he was just talking about how good he was at lacrosse. And I was like, lacrosse is like a fake sport. Like, this is America, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, well, hold on. I think the only people that play lacrosse are Americans.
Yeah, I would say yes. It's strictly an American sport. I would agree with that.
I don't like that. I don't like being associated with lacrosse being an American sport, I don't think.
Well, I wouldn't say that we're associated with lacrosse. I would say lacrosse is associated with America. You know what I'm saying? Like when people think of America, they don't think lacrosse.
I hope
But
we
when
never
people
come to
think
that.
lacrosse, yeah, I doubt we will.
Yeah. You played lacrosse in high school, right?
I played lacrosse in middle school, but
Middle
yes.
school. And it was a spring sport.
Well, I
Because obviously it wasn't
whatever
fall because
season
you
it was
played,
in, it wasn't fall because football.
I think it was a
It
spring
wasn't
sport. I think it was
winter.
like,
I would guess spring.
yeah, I think it was a spring sport. It was the same time as baseball, I think.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I
And
would say
then
that's
in
the
high
case.
school, you ran track or you competed in track.
Yeah, I did track and football.
Yeah. Yeah. I just I don't like lacrosse. I'm an anti-lacrosse guy.
Yeah, I mean it was fun to play. You hit people in men's lacrosse.
Yeah, but do you hit
It was
people
fun.
or do you just like kind of love
No,
tackling?
you definitely crack the fuck out of them.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the same thing as hockey, but just on grass. And instead of keeping it on the ground, you have the ball in the. You know what I'm saying? It's the same
Yeah.
concept as hockey.
Yeah, not a huge hockey fan either.
I mean, me either. But you hit the fuck out of people.
Valid. Okay. Valid. All right, next random question. You're taking a piss in a public bathroom, and it's like a single stall, right? You go in there, the door locks behind you. It says, vacant or occupied or whatever. And you're
Yeah.
gonna take a piss. Um, are you're probably gonna lift up the seat regardless or whatever, and then after you take a piss, do you lower the seat back or you just leave it up?
No, I leave it up. I don't. Now I went. I was courteous enough to lift the seat to avoid pissing on it, which I do lift the seat. I use my foot, so I'll use my shoe, lift up the seat, take a piss. I'm not putting it back down.
It's valid.
And
I'm in the same boat.
it's not out of. I wouldn't say it's not out of laziness. It's not out of. It's just I've done my job
Yeah,
of lifting the seat for the next person.
right. I feel you. I'm with you. I just think sometimes it's a little weird because you go into a bathroom, you lift the seat with your foot, and so you don't pee on the seat or whatever. And then you leave, and there could be a woman behind you. And like, I do wonder the optics if you walk out and they're like, asshole didn't lower the seat or whatever.
Well,
But
is this woman retarded or blind?
you never know. But, if they're blind, they probably shouldn't be going into a public bathroom themselves.
Or they should take even more due diligence to ensure that the seat is down. If I was blind, I wouldn't just plop my ass willy nilly on any toilet. I would make sure that the seat was down.
That's valid. That's valid. I was just a thought. I was going
Yeah.
into the bathroom. And then sometimes I'll leave the toilet seat up after I pee specifically because like if there's some piss on the toilet seat, like I'm not gonna wipe up someone else's piss if I'm just pissing as well.
Yeah.
So I lift the toilet seat with my foot and then I leave it up. because I want the person behind me to know that I'm not the dude that pissed all over the seat.
Yeah, you're not the
You know what I'm
culprit.
saying? I'm not the culprit, right? I
Yeah.
got decent aim. Okay, next question. What percentage of annual revenue does Valentine's Day bring flower shops?
Hmm. Oh, fuck. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I'd say over 10%.
I think got to be over 10%. Now, there probably are those florists and things that specifically do weddings and funerals,
Yeah.
but there's also some that, I mean, we could think there's probably some flower shops that bring in probably close to 50% of their annual revenue on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Well, you're always going to have weddings, Mother's Day, anniversaries,
Mother's Day is a
things
big
like
one. I
that.
didn't think about Mother's Day.
But Valentine's Day, like every dude buys flowers on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, half of the population is going to be purchasing from some shop that sells flowers, whether that be now, corporate America taking over, like the monopolies are taking over, Publix, Walmart, Sam's Club, like all of these big corporate stores are all selling flowers now. So I don't know.
That's valid. Personally, I boycott those type of places for flowers because for one, I don't think they're the same quality and they're just as expensive.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you go to a flower shop, they're expensive. You're gonna pay for them, but they're also gonna be a good quality flower. It's not just like the dyed flowers that you get in like Target or wherever you get them from.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Okay, next question. Um, who's the most dominant 2K player of all time?
You mean in our friend group or just ever, like in
No,
life?
no, 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 no. My bad. I'll rephrase. Who like the players that are in the game?
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Who's the most dominant, like of any era or any 2K sports game? Who is that one player that is just like the most dominant based on some kind of, maybe it's a flaw in the game and they're not as good as they're supposed to be. Like somebody comes to mind, like Gerald Green.
Yeah, Gerald Green, he was a dunker.
He was
I
a
mean,
dunker, but he could also shoot threes.
yeah. If we're talking about my experience with the game, I broke Kyle Singler in the game. Like I would legitimately score 60 to 70 points with Kyle Singler on average. And he was a 70 overall, maybe lower, but just you take advantage of a glitch.
Yeah,
But if you're just talking about OP player, um, for me it's the Bean. It's the
yeah,
Black Mamba.
he was good.
Yeah,
A couple of things come to mind. Um, Dame Lillard in 2K23.
yeah, okay.
He was crazy because he could shoot the ball from anywhere. And also like for some reason, if you got 2 feet in the paint with Dame, he was dunking.
Yeah.
And then also James Harden in like 2K15.
Oh fuck yeah, he was an animal,
If you got to the free throw line with James Harden, I think this was like a glitch. He did not miss.
which is pretty accurate. I mean, that's real life.
Yeah, but it was legitimately 100%. If you like wiggled your way to the free throw line, shot a jumper, he literally wouldn't miss it. It was frustrating. But
Fuck.
nobody else. I mean, Joker now, like Joker's kind of unguardable.
Some players aren't good in the video. Like Joker, best player in the world, hands down,
Yeah.
not even close. In real life basketball,
Yeah.
in the video game, he's pretty slow. He doesn't really. You don't create your own shot with him. Kind of. You can't be really shifty. You can't. You know. I played with Wimby against West not too long ago. Kind of a clunky play. I mean, you can't really utilize him like you can in real life.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, nobody else. I mean, obviously, like LeBron back in the day was
Yeah.
he. I mean, he was just like so good at like all his stats were so good that he could just do anything. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it was just a random thought. Kyle Singler takes the cake.
Kyle Singler was broken, bro. I'm telling you. Ask Wes.
All
He
right.
knows.
All right, let's move into Pat's peeves. I have a few. I don't know if you have any, but I'll go through some of mine first. Um, we were snowboarding this weekend and we stopped to get lunch. And it's the Pat's peeve is people going into the bar, like a group of people. There's probably 12 of them. They all order a beer. So they're ordering from the waitress, but then they pull out peanut butter and jellies and are eating them at the table. And I think that's kind of beat up.
Man, I would say yes, but you're at the mountain. You're on the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I go out to Buffalo Wild Wings and I get at a table and I order beers and pull out a PB&J, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. But if like I'm at an amusement park or something, you know what I'm saying? The same thing at the mountain is what is kind of the same concept as an amusement park or a sporting event or something like that. You know, somewhere that I'm not going there for food. I'm going there for the mountain.
Yes, I feel you because me and Sam always bring peanut butter and jellies. Like we eat our lunch out there because you save $40 essentially because food is so overpriced. But this is like an actual restaurant. Like they have servers, they have all this, and they occupy like a 12 top table. And they sit down, the server brings them all a beer. Then they sit there for 45 minutes drinking their beer and eating their peanut butter and jellies. Now, sure, they ordered something, but they're taking up this big ass table.
I
It's
hate
like
it,
a legit restaurant. They serve food, they got TVs, they got
but it's at the mountain, like it's on the mountain.
it's at the base of the mountain. It's in the base area. So there's shops. Like there's a Lululemon shop down there. There's Burton shops.
I'm unfamiliar with the dynamic of the mountain. You know, like I don't know. You say it's at the base of the mountain. Is the mountain all one big skiing mountain?
So I guess to draw you in to draw you into the setting is you go to these resorts and you have the base of the mountain. It's where the lifts start. So you
Okay.
basically you're on the street. You can drive a car right up to there. That's the base of the mountain. There's parking lots, there's stores, there's shops, there's hotels, there's all of this. And then you get on the lift to go up to like the ski area.
Yeah.
And the ski area is like sure they have like little cabins up there where you can use the bathroom or go buy a beer or something like that. But like that's it. There's no shops or anything like that. So at the base area, there's a lot of restaurants and stuff. And I just thought it was a little rude of them to be occupying a big table where a server could be getting a lot more money.
Yeah. I mean, that's the game you play.
It's valid. Valid. That was just a Pat's peeve. I was like, these people are assholes. Like, nothing wrong with ordering a beer and then sitting outside and eating your PB&J or like at like one of the picnic tables on the outside, eating your PB&J. But like I think pulling out your PB&Js inside the restaurant at a big table, beat up.
I could see it. I get both sides.
Okay, fair. Next Pat's peeve, when you're trying to like maneuver through a group of people and you say excuse me and they don't acknowledge your excuse me.
Hmm.
So I just bump into them
Yeah.
naturally. It's like if you're not going to move when I say excuse me, I'm going to bump into you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'm gonna
I was
squeeze
trying,
through the area that you're blocking.
yeah, I was trying to be respectful and said, excuse me, didn't move. So I bumped into them. And I mean, nothing happened, but
Of course.
naturally. It was just a Pat's peeve. I was like, yeah, if you don't want to get bumped into, move when I say excuse me.
I got a Pat's Pete that kind of ties into that. This happens to me almost every single time I go to Sam's Club and or Walmart or some type of really the only time I encounter a lot of people is grocery stores because I don't go that many places. But when you're walking down an aisle or walking down somewhere, they see that you're going in the direction to get past them. They know that they're in the way, they're blocking it. And instead of being respectful and considerate and maybe moving out of the way or like creating space for you, they wait until you get there and then make you say excuse me to then move. Like you see I'm coming, you know that you're in the way. Like move the fuck out of the way.
Right. Let's deconflict a little bit, you know?
Huh?
I said let's deconflict a little bit,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I
Like
mean
you see a
it's not
problem about to arise, and yeah,
it's not even like it's inconsiderate. It's almost I don't know. It drives me crazy because I literally I'm looking you in your eyes. You know I'm coming.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. We go to Trader Joe's to grocery shop, and Trader Joe's is a madhouse every time, no matter what time you go. And like today, something happened, and it happens all the time, but it's like people will be in there with their whole family. So like husband, wife, kids, and it's packed in there. Trader Joe's is a small grocery store. It's packed. And they'll have their kids be like pushing the cart and like trying to teach them or like use it as a learning point or something like that. I'm like, it is not the fucking time. This is the big leagues. Get your kid off the cart and get them out of the way.
Because then
Yeah.
I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole when I tell your
Right.
kid to move or like when now I'm the bad guy.
Right. Right. And you're just causing a freaking traffic jam for no reason. But last Pat's peeve is obviously went to the movie theater this weekend. Whole lot of big backs. Whole lot of big backs at the movie theater, and I will say all of them got a large drink, large popcorn, and some candy.
Yeah, I mean you don't get that way by not eating popcorn and sodas and candies.
Yep, it was just a Pat's peeve. I literally
Pat's
walked in
peeve,
there.
fat people at the movie theater. You heard it here first, guys. Trace Pat's peeve. If you're fat, stay home. Don't be
Right.
out fat walking around and doing things, you know?
Yeah, no, don't be fat in public.
Yeah,
It'd be a
don't be
crime.
fat in public.
But yeah, like it was funny. I walked in, scanned my ticket, and like immediately pulled out my phone and wrote Pat's peeve, big backs in the movie theater.
Yeah, Pat's peeve, fats out in the wild. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all the Pat's peeves I got. I don't know if you got
Yeah.
any other ones.
No, I mean, I also we have the same Pat's peeve, but for two different reasons. One, for you, you're a supremacist. You think you're better than people, and that's why you hate fat people. I also hate fat people because it makes me disgusted at myself. It's more self hatred than outward hatred. So I would also say, yeah, I'm gonna tag on to that Pat's peeve. I hate fat people out and about as well, but for different reasons.
Okay, okay, that's fair. I
Um,
got I got a Mike's like,
okay.
and it's not really a Mike's like. It was just the only place that I felt like this fit. And it's things that like Sam can say to me that I can't say to her. And so it almost could be considered a Pat's peeve, I guess.
Okay.
And it's like, if I hit arms that day or something like that, and then if she says something like, "Oh, you're looking pretty big today," like I
Yeah.
can't obviously say that to her. Um, and then also like we went to Chipotle this afternoon and got lunch, and she was like, "I can't believe you ate all that." And it's
Oh
like,
yeah. No, there's no way you could say get away with saying that.
right, exactly. It's kind of like the funny dynamic of things you can say to men that you can't say to women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it goes both ways though. Like I'm sure there's certain things that you can say to her that she can't say to you.
probably,
I mean, obviously a much smaller list, but
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, no, you're probably right. You're probably right. Okay. All right. Well, that's about all I got.
yeah. That's. I mean, oh, Pat's peeve. This kind of pissed me off about probably an hour and a half ago. Um, when I tell somebody I'm Hey, I'm going to be there at 4, or hey, I'm good for the podcast at 4. You don't got to double check with me. All right, I'm an AW. I'm a man of honor, integrity. You don't. I'm not one of these mouth breathing troglodytes that is late to everything, or you got to make sure. I'm going to be there. So it just kind of pisses me off when my friends don't know my character. That's one of my Pat's peeves.
When we were talking about the grocery store and deconflicting a little bit,
Mm,
that's all I was trying to do. I was trying to clear the airspace,
I
make
feel you.
sure we were, because if not, if you were like, hey, I'm gonna be 15 minutes late, I'd have been like, cool, and I'd done some laundry.
I feel you. Yeah. No, look. I get it because I do the same thing.
Yeah,
But it's just when the shoe's on the other foot, it's kind of I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. I'm not a perfect human. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. But that just it annoyed me when that happened. It was just kind of a Pat's peeve of mine in the moment.
that's fair. I just wanted to. We hadn't talked in a while. We talked early this morning about doing it at 16, and then um hadn't talked to each with neither of our faults. We just hadn't spoke about it since that time, and I wanted to confirm that we were all good.
I got you.
Sounds like you're getting pretty hostile with me.
No, no, there's no hostility, there's no aggression, there's no animosity. Um, that was one of my Pat's peeves. It was annoying in the moment. I understood the necessity of it. I get the reasoning. Just annoying in the moment.
When I beat you in the fantasy basketball playoffs, I'm gonna send you little jabs like that. I'm be like, hey, aren't you supposed to be at work in 15 minutes or something like that?
Well, when
Yeah,
you're not,
win.
it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No, no, no. Let it, listen. Win, I beat you in the fantasy football playoffs, fantasy basketball.
You're not going to make it past. Who's your first round matchup?
Doesn't matter.
Bracket. You're not going to make it past Tingo. And I say this with my whole heart. I want you to beat Tingo. I want you to beat Tingo. Tingo cannot win.
Yeah, no, I feel that. It's just gonna be nice, is all I'm telling you.
It's it would be. I bet it would be super nice for you. It's not going to happen, but you're going against God's plan, and unfortunately for you, there's not much you can do. You just got to sit
That's
back and watch.
that's fair. All right. Well, I appreciate you stepping up to the plate. You are honorary pinch hitter. You're first off the bench when it comes to the podcast, and I appreciate that. So I think some people owe some comments, right? I think just try
Yeah,
and dig deep and really find something that I'm not good at. I mean, I know it's gonna be tough, and that's you're probably gonna spend your entire week just trying to figure out something that I'm not elite at, but you know,
yeah. Now, I mean, we don't want to hear the things that everybody knows. Like obviously, Trey can't shoot a basketball to save his life. You put him behind that 3 point line, gun to his head, he's going 1 for 10. You
one
don't got
for
to say
10
things
is
like that.
1 for 10 is crazy.
2 for 10.
I'm going at least like we're talking just in an empty gym, like rack of basketballs next to me. I'm going at least 4 for 10.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something slanderous, like 6 for 10 or 7. I thought you were going to just come out with some hot shit. 4 for 10, that's fair.
No, I think on an average 4 for 10. I mean, whatever. But there will be times that I hit 7 for 10, but that's not an every time thing.
I got you. I got you.
But I'm
But
making
yeah,
I'm making 4 out of 10.
okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, but that's all I'm saying is you don't have to comment the obvious ones because we all know there's a ton of them, right? We can sit here talking for days about the obvious ones, but leave some of the comments that maybe something a little more obscure, maybe something a little more niche.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's definitely not going to be one on one. I mean, until you can beat me one on one, I don't want to hear shit from you. You're losing a lot of weight. That's going to be hard for you to play one on one the way you did in the past.
Nope. I'm only faster. I've only gotten stronger.
The leverage
And
is different. The leverage is different now.
leverage is not different. I'm still the same height, and I'm stronger.
I'm just saying until it happens, until that day
I'm just
comes.
I'm just saying the last time we played, you better count your lucky stars that it was cold and my lungs started acting up on me.
You hear that,
All right,
guys? It
you
was
just better count them. Count your days, guy.
it was the cold weather of southeastern North Carolina that did it.
You don't sit here and gaslight me and our audience and tell me that it was not cold in that gym that day.
I mean, cold, like what? It was 65 degrees,
Okay,
like
all right.
minimum.
Now we're doing that. We're lying.
I'm not lying. I don't
We're
know. I didn't look at
gaslighting.
the thermostat.
All right. Well, look, you find yourself in Central Florida, or I find myself in Denver, Colorado. Lace them up, because I'm putting you under that basket, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
All right. All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Are you coming to Florida at any time? Is that on the list?
I mean, it's not in the plans. There, you
Okay.
never know.
You never know. You're Mr. International. You're flying all over the fucking place. I hate airplanes. So you coming to Florida is much more likely than me going to Colorado.
I will say yes for sure. I will also say coming to Orlando just out of randomness is probably slim. I
Mm,
could see myself winding up on one of the coasts, like parallel to Orlando, and then we can try and work something out, but I probably won't have Orlando as a destination just out of random, you know.
I feel you. A lot of stuff to do here. Diz, you got Universal. You got
Yeah, I'm just not a big Disney guy.
all right, and that I guess we'll end the podcast there.
I guess we will. I guess we will.
Yeah.
All right. Well, appreciate you coming on. Enjoy your Sunday.
All right, play. See you later.
See you.